English. Hi everyone.
Hey, welcome back everyone to this new period
Yes,
5.
period. Yeah, season 2.
Right, of season 2. We came back with a new movie,
Megamind.
Megamind, yes. All right, so anyway, so this is going to be our new movie until the end of this season, probably. Season 2 will end with Megamind.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Right,
맞아요.
okay.
저희 이번 시즌은 메가마인드로 마무리하기로 했어요. Actually, it wasn't supposed to be, but
Well, there was a
Yeah,
lot of talks about what should we choose,
Uh-huh.
and then things just got pushed back.
자꾸 일들이 밀려가지고, 네, 그냥 원래는 영화 한 3편. Actually, it was supposed to be like 3 movies we wanted to
In one
cover.
season?
Yeah, yeah.
That was too much.
야,
That was
너무
a pipe
많다고,
dream.
네. 저희 좀 약간 너무 과도해가지고요. 그냥.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, this
All right.
season's new movie is Megamind.
Yes. So also we'd like to say, originally we promised to come back after 2 months.
Yeah, but it got longer than I expected, so
Right.
I'm so sorry about that thing. So.
Right. So there were just a lot of things going on, and it just got pushed back a little by little.
일들이 자꾸 생겨가지고 조금씩 밀리다 보니까 yeah, more than 2 months.
Plus, maybe we got a little lazy about it. So.
아, 맞아요. 좀 게을러지기도 했어요. 네, 네. Sorry.
Anyways, we're back.
Yeah,
So
네.
I hope you can follow us through Megamind. Megamind's a little bit of an old movie, but as we were looking for sentences, we found a lot of interesting good ones. And plus, Will Ferrell's a great actor, so I think it'll be great.
Actually, I don't know him, but anyway.
When you see his face, you'll know.
아, 네, 얼굴 보면 알 것 같다고. 네, 저는 그 배우를 잘 모르는데 아무튼 훌륭한 배우라고. The voice actor of Megamind.
Yeah,
아,
he's a
네.
good comedian. Not comedian, but he does a lot of comedy stuff.
아, 네, 좀 희극적인 걸 많이 한 배우라고 해요. Okay, so in this period we changed the system a bit.
Right. We changed it a little bit. Instead of doing daily shows, it was a little bit too much for us. So we changed it to cover all the main sentences of the week in one show. So it'll be a weekly show from now on.
네, 저희 날마다 영상을 찍는 게 저희한테 좀 과도한다는 것을 알아가지고 그냥 이제 일주일씩 묶어서 이제 주쇼라고 하나요? 네, 그렇게 하기로 바꿨어요. So this video will cover 5 days sentences, right?
Right. Okay, so it'll be more than, maybe it'll be more than 5.
Of course.
Because if we add a few sentences, as you'll see today, there's quite a lot of sentences to cover.
Yeah, compared to other days. But anyway, it's good. So
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of interesting things to see. So.
I think the introduction is too long. So
All right, so without further ado, we'll get started.
네, 먼저 넘어갈게요. 자, move on.
Okay, so also this is a new thing. We're gonna cover all the main expressions first, and then we'll move on from there.
Yeah, no need to explain. Just read. Day
Okay.
1.
Mr. Goody-Two-Shoes, on the other hand, had life handed to him on a silver platter.
Day 2.
A knack for building objects of mayhem.
Day 3.
He already had amassed a gigantic army of soft-headed groupies.
Day 4.
That's when I learned a very hard lesson.
Day 5. First.
No matter how hard I tried, I was always the odd man out.
Day 5. 2.
So fitting in wasn't really an option.
Day 5. 3.
Black sheep. All right, so we're going to take a look at day 1 sentence. Mr. Goody-Two-Shoes, on the other hand, had life handed to him on a silver platter.
반면에 범생이 씨는 수월하게 삶을 넘겨받게 되었죠.
Okay, so in this sentence, there are actually 2 parts we're going to take a look at. The first one is Goody-Two-Shoes, and handed on a silver platter.
Okay.
Okay, these 2 things are the key. Actually, we wanted to do them separately, but we found a sentence that covered 2, so we'll cover both meanings.
아, 네, 먼저 데이빗이 그 Goody-Two-Shoes만 먼저 다루고 싶다고 그랬는데 제가 아니야, 하나로 뭉쳐. 그래가지고 하나로 합친 문장을 찾았어요. Luckily, we found one sentence.
All right, so here, let's go with Goody-Two-Shoes. A Goody-Two-Shoes is a person that is just nice to everyone. Okay, it's really, really unnecessarily nice to everyone.
Goody-Two-Shoes 하면요, 좀 과도하게, 불필요하게 모두에게 친절하게 대하는 사람이라는데요. But
It's kind of like Canadians.
What? You are inserting Canadians?
No, I'm saying they're really nice.
Yeah.
Just too nice.
아, 너무 과하게 친절하다고. Really?
They're too nice. Canadians are really too nice. Unnecessarily nice.
캐나다 분들이 너무 과하게 친절하다고. Then that's good.
No, it's suspicious.
수상하대요.
If someone's too nice, there's something wrong.
누군가 너무 친절하면 뭔가 잘못됐다고? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if I started acting really nice to you.
Wow, that's really suspicious.
See?
와,
Exactly.
네, 네. 네임이 저한테 과하게 친절하면 정말 수상하죠, 네.
See, so Goody-Two-Shoes, yes, it's...
Cause I know you.
Okay, all right, fine.
네.
But a Goody-Two-Shoes is an expression for someone that's just always nice. Here, the origins of this expression, Goody-Two-Shoes, actually is unknown.
그 기원은 알려지지 않았다고.
It's unknown. No one exactly knows when did it start. But there was a book, a children's book, called The History of Goody-Two-Shoes.
아, 어린이 책이 있는데요. Goody-Two-Shoes에 관한 역사라는 책이 있대요.
And it was a children's book about an orphan girl. She only had one shoe.
Okay.
But one day she meets this rich man, and she was nice to him. So he bought her a pair of shoes.
아, 네. 그 신사가, 그러니까 가난한 고아 소녀가 있었는데 신발이 한 짝밖에 없었는데 그 부유한 신사분이 이제 이 아이에게 한 켤레의 신발을 사준 거죠.
So for a girl who only had one shoe and now has two, she was so happy. She went around telling everyone, I have two shoes because I was good.
아하. So she thought it's not because of his kindness or charity things, because she was nice, so she deserved to get
Right,
it.
yes.
Like, okay. 아, 그러니까 자기가 너무 착해가지고 신발을 한 켤레 받았다고 생각을 하고 온 마을을 돌아다니면서 자랑을 하게 되었다는 이야기.
So people started calling her Goody-Two-Shoes, Ms. Goody-Two-Shoes.
아, 그래서 사람들은 그 아이를 이제 그 Goody-Two-Shoes, 착한 두 짝의 신발 소녀 아니면 뭐 한 켤레의 신발 양 뭐 이렇게 부르게 됐다고 합니다. 네.
Okay, so Goody-Two-Shoes did not originate with this story. Okay?
아, 네.
But it was popularized
아,
by this story.
기원은 아니지만은 이 이야기 덕에 좀 유명세를 타게 되었다고요?
Okay, actually the first recording of this expression, Goody-Two-Shoes, is actually 100 years earlier than this book.
와우.
Okay, it came out in 1670.
1670?
Yes.
와우. 1670년? Wow, not 19. Okay.
No.
와우,
no.
네.
In 1670, there was some author. He wrote a book called Voyage to Ireland from Burlesque.
네.
Okay, so in that book, the author used this expression, Goody-Two-Shoes. But 100 years later, the history of Miss Goody-Two-Shoes came out, and then it got popular.
That means 1770, right?
Around there, yes.
그 책이 나온 것도 꽤
1775,
오래됐네요. 네,
No,
1700.
1765.
Okay. No need to be that
Okay.
specific.
Okay, anyway.
너무 자세할 필요 없어요. Unnecessary information.
Okay, I'm being a Goody-Two-Shoes.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
너무 과하게 친절했어요. 네, yeah, you are too goody. Okay, so.
All right, then the next expression is handed something on a silver platter.
뭔가를 은쟁반에 은접시에 담아서 건네주는 거죠.
Okay, when we say handed something on a silver platter, it means you got something without you doing anything.
아, 뭘 하지 않았는데 그냥 주는 거예요.
So think of it this way. If you have a butler at home, usually we'll say the word Alfred from like Batman's movie. Okay? He'll ask Alfred, get me a hot cup of tea. Then he wouldn't just bring the cup of tea. He would put it on a silver platter and bring it to him.
Cause his master.
Right, his master. So the master didn't do any effort, but someone brought it to him for free on a silver platter. Silver platter is also it signifies that someone is rich enough
Yeah,
to
right.
afford it.
Like silver spoon. Or
She was born with a silver spoon in her mouth, like that.
저희가 그 입에다 은스푼을 물고 태어났다고 부유한 아이들이 거기 부유한 가문에서 태어날 때 그런 표현을 쓰잖아요. 마찬가지로 silver platter도 부유한 가문의 상징이라는 거죠.
So this Mr. Goody-Two-Shoes, he got his life handed to him on a silver platter, meaning he didn't do anything, but yet he got many good things.
Because born in rich family, so.
Well, he landed at the good family, right? The rich family.
Yes. It wasn't supposed to be, but he just plopped into.
Well, actually, if you saw the movie, it was Megamind's ship that was going there.
Yes, and
But
then,
suddenly his ship appears and hits him.
yes, right.
And
So,
he goes to the rich house and he goes to prison.
Yeah, right. 그 영화를 보시면요, 메가마인드가 탄 로켓이 이렇게 부잣집으로 내려가고 있었는데 갑자기 이 GTS, 네, 구리투슈즈가 탄 그 메트로맨, 메트로맨이 탄 그 로켓이 이렇게 탁 쳐가지고 얘는 감옥으로 튕겨 나가고 얘가 이제 부잣집에 가게 되는 그런 장면이 나오거든요. 그래서 공짜로 뭔가를 힘들이지 않고 건네받는 것. 네, 그것을 바로 hand something on a silver platter.
Yes.
네, 그렇게 합니다.
Is between right and wrong. Mr. Goody-Two-Shoes, on the other hand, had life handed to him on a silver platter.
Our baby can fly.
He's such a goody-goody.
걔는 너무 과하게 친절해. 걔는 범생이야.
Okay, so he's such a goody-goody is an expression you use to people that are too nice or they always just follow the exact rules.
너무 과하게 친절하거나요. 아니면 정해진 그 틀만 따라가는 사람을 말해요.
So we could also call them a stickler to rules.
아, 규칙을 준수하는 사람이라고 하면 규칙의 메인 사람? 네, 뭐 그렇게.
Or also like I don't know if you guys know, but like Batman usually talks about Superman and calls him a Boy Scout.
네, 배트맨이 슈퍼맨 보고는 보이스카우트라고. Yeah, because Boy Scout is a model student.
Right, it's a model citizen, is a model person, right? And Superman is always just nice to,
Yeah,
to
right.
everyone. So, like that, you can call someone like really, really nice and always follows rules and everything, a Boy Scout or a goody-goody.
네, 보이스카우트 같은 아이 아니면은 걔는 보이스카우트처럼 이렇게 완벽한 아이 아니면은 이렇게 구리구리라고 얘기를 하면 된다고
Okay,
해요.
however, if you say someone is such a goody-goody, it does have it does have some negative undertone with it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I think sometimes, not such a. He's a goody-goody.
Yeah, he's a goody-goody would be, they're nice. He's a really nice person. But if you add, he's such a goody-goody. Oh, I could
yeah,
for a
the
while.
tone is really. 걔 너무 범생이야. 완전히 젠체카이잖아. 나 토할 것 같아. 막 이런 거. 그러니까 그냥 he's a goody-goody 하면은 걔는 진짜 범생이야. 좋은 아이야. 뭐 이런 건데요. 약간 네, 그
So,
부정적으로.
If this sentence itself has a negative meaning to it.
네, 부정적인 뉘앙스가 있으니까 we should be careful to use this.
Oh, just take such a out then.
그러니까
She's a
서치를
goody-goody.
예, 서치를 떼라고 해요. Like Hermione before.
Who?
Harry Potter's Hermione.
Oh, Hermione? Yeah, okay, yeah. She's a goody-goody. I would never be friends with her.
Really?
Yes.
Then how about me?
Okay.
야야야. 네, 헤르미온느랑 절대 친구도 못할 것 같다고. 걔 너무 구리구리 해가지고. Okay, I see.
Alright, so let's move to the next.
Yes.
A knack for building objects of mayhem.
난장판을 만드는 재능 말이죠.
So here, in this sentence, the only thing we're looking at is knack.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Why?
No, I just wanted to explain them mayhem too, because mayhem is not familiar word.
Oh, really?
Usually,
Mayhem's just destruction, chaos.
Destruction. Okay.
Okay, it's just chaotic. It's
네,
things.
약간 좀 혼동이 된, 약간 뭐지? 혼란스러운 카오스라고 하잖아요. 굉장히 모든 게 다 뒤섞여가지고 난장판이 된 혼란스러운 상태, 그걸 메이햄이라고 해요.
Okay, the knack, this word knack, technically it means you have a special talent.
어떤 거에 대한 재능이 있다는 거. So skills or
Right, yeah.
yeah.
You have a special skill.
어.
Okay, originally the word knack is a sound,
Mhm.
like the English word crack.
아, 네. 그 소리래요. 그 의성어라고 하나요? 네. 크랙하고 부서지는
Okay,
소리
but
같은 거.
if someone's brain is making a crack sound
Uh-huh.
to the older people, it meant like, oh, his head works very fast.
아, brain?
Yes.
누군가의 두뇌에서 막 그런 소리가 나면은 이제 굉장히 빨리 작동하느라고, 네.
So his brain is making a crack sound,
Uh-huh.
so he's very good at doing things.
네, 뭔가를 굉장히 잘하는 거라고.
Okay, but as time went by, being good at things, it just kind of turned into meaning you have a special skill for something.
네, 뭔가를 잘하는데 특별한 재능이, 특별한 기술, 뭐 재주가 있다는 것을 뜻하게 됐다고요.
Okay, so when you say knack, you always have to add the word for after it.
예, 맞아요. neck 다음에는요, 항상 for이라는 단어가 같이 따라와야 해요. neck for something.
Yes.
Right?
So it would be like, I have a knack for getting in trouble.
나는 곤란한 지경에 빠져드는 그런 재주가 있어. 뭐, 네.
Okay, so is it a special skill? Well, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's your neck.
Okay, maybe.
Everything. Wow, a perfect sentence for you. A knack for building objects of mayhem. Not mayhem, but
I
anyway.
don't build items. I just get in trouble. That's all. My existence is trouble.
자기 존재가 문제. Possibly, I
Maybe.
guess. Okay, 네.
Alright.
항상 네. If you see last episode, then he has a lot of things
Yes.
already. So, 네.
Okay, so
뭔가-
knack for is how you use it. A knack for something. All right, let's go to next.
So,
I had something far, far greater. My amazing intellect. A knack for building objects of mayhem.
He already had amassed a gigantic army of soft-headed groupies.
그는 이미 맹목적인 광팬들로 구성된 어마무시한 오빠 부대를 가지고 있었어요.
Okay, so in this sentence, we're going to take a look at two expressions here. The first one is soft-headed, and then the next one is groupies.
And I will add something more. Okay, just
Okay.
go ahead.
All right, so then, can I go first then?
Yeah.
Okay. A soft-headed person is a person that is either A, silly, or B, kind of dumb.
자, 소프트헤드라고 하면요, 약간 멍청하거나 silly나 dumb이나 좀 비슷한 there or similar.
Or stupid.
네.
A silly person can just be playful. A
아,
little
네,
bit.
맞아요. silly라고 하면은 우리는 어리석다 하는데요. 약간 좀 웃기게 좀 약간 바보같이 하는 거지만 실제로는 나쁜 뉘앙스는 없어요. Not negative, right? Sometimes, but
Yeah, but if
just
you say
fun,
someone is a soft-headed person and meaning stupid, then it's kind of a little bit more than just silly.
네,
Okay, but they're pretty much in the same ballpark, so it's
네,
okay.
네, 다 비슷한 유형이라고 해서 아무튼 soft-headed 하면요, 약간 좀 어리석거나 멍청하거나 바보 같은 약간 그런 뉘앙스가 있어요.
So
네.
they're missing a few marbles, right? Okay. Next is the word groupie. Okay, the word groupie comes from the Rolling Stones. Do you know the rock band?
Rock band. Okay.
Yes. Well, most people know Mick Jagger.
I don't know. Okay, I know Rolling Stone, but I don't know
You don't
the
know Mick
group
Jagger?
members' name. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, I mean, I know Mick Jagger. He's been in movies too, so I know him.
Maybe your area and my area is different,
Okay,
so that's
possibly.
fine.
Okay,
서로
but-
영역이 다르니까. Yeah, I know a lot of classical
Okay.
players,
All
but
right, okay,
you never know, right?
Yeah, but Rolling Stones is like.
I know Rolling Stone. That's
Okay.
important.
Okay, fine. All right. Anyways, in the group there was a guy named Bill Wyman. He's the first person.
You mentioned someone other name.
Because I only knew Mick Jagger. I didn't know Bill Wyman because I'm not a big rock fan.
Yeah, okay, I see. Okay, keep going.
Anyways, so Bill Wyman used the term groupie. A groupie is usually a word for women, and they're people that follow the band like it's their religion
아,
almost.
네, 그 종교처럼 그 어떤 그 밴드를 따라다니는 여성 팬들을 말하죠. fanatic?
Fanatics, yes. They're not just people that go to concerts. These are people that follow the band to whichever city they're playing.
So like sometimes they hold a party for them, invite them, and trying to be more close relationship.
They're actually women that want to be closer to the band members. Okay.
정말 그냥 콘서트만 따라다니는 그런 팬들이 아니고요. 완전 광적으로 해가지고 어디든지 따라다니는 그런 부대들 있잖아요. 심지어 뭐 파티도 정말 그 멤버랑 개인적으로 알게 되는 그런 단계까지 가는.
Okay. So he started the word and it just stuck. So, okay, groupies are just a group of people that follow other people, other bands usually.
네, 다른 밴드를 따라다니는, 그러니까 밴드를 따라다니는 사람을 얘기하고 amassed,
Oh,
accumulated,
yeah,
like that.
yeah, it's
네,
just get bigger.
네, 그러니까 이미
You gather people and get bigger.
네, 사람들을 모아가지고 좀 크게 되는 게 amassed고요. gigantic.
Really? Gigantic just means huge.
네, 그 gigantic 하면은 굉장히 거대한 그 얘기하죠. 네, 그래가지고 그래도 한번 짚어보고 싶었어요. Because it's not that.
Oh, are we talking about the NASA thing? No, right? Okay.
We are not supposed to. If
Okay.
you are wonder, then you can search it for it by
Okay.
yourself. Because no times.
Okay.
뭐 나사의 NASA astronaut
Yeah, yeah.
suit, 나사 우주
If you look for
비행기사,
size and say small, medium, large, you'll see that their suit sizes are names have been changed.
네, 그 나사 우주 비행사 복이요. Large, medium, small.
Well, usually you.
네, small, medium, large. 네,
yes.
네, 뭐 대중, 소중, 대 이 사이즈로 있었는데요. 그게 명칭이 바뀌었다고 해요. 그 이유는 여러분이 직접 찾아보세요. You can search it by yourself.
Yeah, it's an easy find.
네, 한번 찾아보세요. 네, next.
Okay.
He had already amassed a gigantic army of soft-headed groupies.
All right, so the next sentence is, that's when I learned a very hard lesson.
그때가 내가 아주 혹독한 교훈을 얻은 때였죠.
Okay, so a hard lesson is a lesson you learn unpleasantly.
네, 유쾌하게 얻지 못한 교훈이에요.
It can be unpleasant. It could be even painful.
아, 네, 심지어는 고통스럽기까지 하지. 네, 유쾌하지 않은 거예요. Sometimes a lesson can be difficult but pleasurable, right?
Yeah, of course.
But this case is not.
Yes, of course. Like if there's a fire, okay, and I don't know what fire is, and you say don't touch it, but instead of listening to you, I want to experience it myself, so I touch the fire.
Yes.
Then I burn my hand.
Yeah.
Then you could say that's a hard lesson learned.
That's what my exactly first daughter did.
Really? You told her don't touch it, but she touched it and she learned not to touch it?
No, I didn't tell her it's because it's obvious, very clear. But when she was a first grader, she just knelt down on the stove.
Okay.
There was some burning charcoals in there, so
Yeah.
she just touched it with her palm quietly, and her palm was burned, and she went to the hospital.
Does she have scars then? Like a
No.
grill mark scar?
No,
Oh, okay.
yeah, no scar.
Oh,
Also,
that's great.
yeah, but for 1 month she has to get the treatment.
Bandages?
네.
Okay. Yeah, so here, a lesson you learn that you experience yourself, or you know someone experienced themselves, and it wasn't a pleasant thing. It was actually painful or unpleasant or something difficult to learn. Then we call this a hard lesson.
굉장히 힘겹게 아니면 고통스럽게 그다음 유쾌하지 않게 얻은 레슨을 hard lesson이라고 해요.
That's when I learned a very hard lesson. Good receives.
So fitting in wasn't really an option.
그래서 적응은 정말로 불가능했어요.
No matter how hard I tried, I was always the odd man out.
아무리 노력해도 저는 항상 특이한 존재였죠.
Black sheep.
이게요. 검은 양이야인데요. 사실은 골칫거리야라는 뜻입니다.
All right, so we're going to go to the first sentence. So fitting in wasn't really an option. Okay, to fit in is to be part of something.
네, 그 fit in이라고 하면요, 어떤 것에 그 부분이 되는 거예요. 네.
Okay, so let's say we have a line. Okay, so everyone is a line, but you add a circle in the middle. Then, does that circle fit in with the lines?
For the designer's point of view, maybe, but okay, so
No.
I know what that's not
That's
your
not my
point.
point here.
I know. 네, 안 어울리죠. Yeah, not harmonized. Okay.
Right.
Sorry. Yes.
Okay. It doesn't go with the others.
네,
That's-
다른 거랑 같이 좀 어울리지 않잖아요.
That's
So,
why we say fitting in.
네, 그게 바로 fitting in, 어울려진다, 하나가 된다, 뭐 부분 속으로, 그러니까 전체 속으로 들어간다. 네.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. So then we're moving to the next.
No.
Okay.
네, not an option. We are discussing about that too. 네.
Okay. Okay, right. If something's not an option, it means you have no choice.
네, 선택의 여지가 없다는 뜻이에요. Not an option 하면은 네.
So what he's saying is he wants to be part of the group, but he can't. He has no option of becoming part of the group.
그 그룹의 일원이 되기를 바랬지만은 그렇게 할 수가 없었던 거예요. 이렇게 선택의 여지가 없었던 거죠. 그래서 얘는 fitting in을 할 수가 없었던 거예요. So failure.
Right. The reason why we have 3 sentences for this part is because fitting in is very similar to the other expressions we're going to be talking about. Yes, the usage could be a little bit different, and how we say these things could be a little different, but they're in general similar expressions.
약간 사용법이나 이런 건 좀 다를 수 있는데요. 좀 비슷한 표현들이 있어가지고요. Also, fitting in has a lot of different meanings, but
Yes.
here adjust to a society or
Right.
group. So 저희가 여기서 fitting in의 다른 뜻은 보지 않고 적응하다, 동화되다 요걸 보려고 해가지고 그걸 가지고 왔어요. So next.
Okay. No matter how hard I tried, I was always the odd man out. All right, here. So fitting in, we know he can't be part of the group, right? If he's not part of the group, then he is the odd man out.
네, 그 조직에, 그 사회에 일원이 되지 못하면은 하나 남는 사람이 되는 거죠. Similar to outcast.
An outcast, yes.
네.
Actually, what I found out is though, the American usage of odd man out and the British usage of odd man out is kind of slightly different.
네, 자기가 찾아낸 게 그 미국식 아드맨 아웃하고 그다음에 영국식 아드맨 아웃이 약간 미세하게 다르대요.
Okay, so like in American English, when we say odd man out, is someone that's different with the others.
아, 그러니까 누군가랑 그냥 다른 거.
Yeah, something about
아.
this person is different with the others and doesn't get along with the others because this person is very different.
그냥 달라서. 네.
Then it's the odd man out. But in British usage, when we say odd man out, if they're making a pair of people and everyone grouped up, but there was one person that couldn't group up, then that person becomes the odd man out.
아, 그러니까 두 명씩 짝을 짓는데 그 중에 하나가 남으면은 그때는 아드맨 아웃이고
Like,
하나 남는다고.
Done?
No, yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you guys are watching the Squid Games.
오징어 게임 봤는지 모르겠다고. I didn't watch it, but
Okay,
yeah.
she didn't watch, but there's this part where everyone has to group up in 2. They have to make a pair, but because it was an odd number, this one woman, she couldn't join a group because it was an odd number. Okay, so she was taken out of the game. She was the odd man out.
예, 이게 오징어 게임에서 두 명씩 짝을 짓는 게임이 있었는데 그 중에 이제 홀수라서 한 명의 여자가 남아가지고 이렇게 나가게 되는 건가 있나 봐요. 그러면은 그런 경우에 odd man out이라고 한다고 합니다.
Okay, instead of man, some people like to use odd one out too because the word man.
네, 그래서 man이라는 단어 때문에 odd one out이라는 one이라는 단어를 쓰기도 한다고 해요. 네.
Okay, so where does odd man out come from? This was actually a little bit hard to find, but I did find out what it was. It comes from a game name.
아, 네, 게임 이름에서 왔다고요. 네.
In 1873, people played a game called
네.
Odd Man Out.
사람들이 그 게임을 했대요. 이 이름의 게임을.
Okay, it was very simple. more than 3 people gather
Uh-huh.
and they flip a coin,
Uh-huh.
then the coin either has heads or tails, right?
Tails.
So whoever flips the coin and is the one person that is not the same as the others will lose the game.
아.
Because that person is it, the odd man out.
네, 그러니까 동전을 던지면 앞면이나 뒷면 중에 하나가 나오게 돼 있는데 던져가지고 다른 사람과 같지 않으면은 그 사람은 그냥 아웃 되는 걸로. What if they all had heads? Or
Then they'll play again.
그러면 똑같이 모두 앞면이 나오고 똑같이 뒷면이 나올 경우에는 다시 게임을 하고 그렇게 한다고요?
So I think, I'm not sure, but I'm thinking maybe on the streets when people play this, it could be for fun, but I think they did it for gambling maybe.
아마도 도박의 일환으로 했을
So
것
maybe that
같다고.
coin, if the odd man out has to give the coin to them or something. I'm guessing. I'm
I
not
was
sure.
thinking that you are guessing. I was asking too, about to ask you. But
yeah, I'm maybe
물어보려고
guessing.
했더니 자기가 추측한 거 맞다고. 네. 네. Anyway, 그리고요. No matter how 하면 아무리 내가 노력을 그러니까 아무리 뭐뭐 하더라도 뜻이에요. So no matter what, no matter how 이런 식으로 많이 쓰죠. Okay.
Oh,
so,
no matter? Okay.
이것도 좋은 표현이니까 기억해 주시면 좋아요. This is a good one too.
No matter, blah, blah, blah is actually a very well-used expression.
맞아요. 굉장히 많이 쓰이고요. 팝송.
A lot of
little-
kids like to say it actually more than adults, I think.
Yeah, because they want to exaggerate, right?
But as a mom, maybe you're trying to make your kid do homework, and you said, "But what if the dog eats my homework?" Or what if there's an earthquake? And the kid keeps giving you all these strange reasons not to do homework. Then you say as a mom, "No matter what, you will do this homework."
네가 애들이 자꾸 숙제를 하다가 우리 개가 먹으면 어떻게, 뭐 하면 어떻게, 지진 나면 어떻게 그러면 야, 네가 아무리 그러더라도 너 이거 해야 돼, 숙제 해야 돼 하는 거죠. 네. So,
Okay, all right. So let's go to the next. Black sheep.
yeah, black sheep.
Okay, a black sheep. There's a lot of theories where this came from.
Really?
Okay, but I'll just mention like 2. First of all, the sheep herders, the sheep shepherds. Okay, they have a lot of sheep. The parents could be just white fur sheep, but sometimes, once in a while, their offspring can have black fur.
Because it's recessive one.
Yeah. But the thing is, they hated black fur. The
Yeah.
reason is, if it's white fur, they can dye it. So
맞아요.
after they collect the fur, they can dye it to a different color. But if it's black, they can't.
Well, actually, well, you know what? I was thinking, if I got a black sheep, then if I don't need to dye the hair with black.
Okay,
So,
just wear black.
yeah, so that's a pretty kind of economical way to save the money or some things.
Right.
But so I think, wow, black sheep would be popular.
Naturally black, and it's rare too.
Yeah, right? So, and black is a quite popular color for the modern people.
Well,
so.
not in those days, I guess.
네, 그때 당시에는 아마 그러니까 하얀색 털은 염색하기가 쉬워가지고 인기가 좋았지만은 그 검은 양의 털은 염색을 하기가 힘들었기 때문에 별로 인기가 없었다는 그런 이유가 있어요. 네.
But actually, in that similar era, in Ireland, the shepherds, they considered black sheep a good sign.
네,
A
검은
good sign of
양을
fortune.
그 행운의 그 징조로 봤다고 해요.
So it depends on what civilization we're talking about
네,
and
맞아요.
what kind of culture it is, but some people thought it was a good sign. Some people thought it was a bad thing.
Yeah, like white tiger is actually the result of a recessive gene. But Korean people and the other Asian people thought white tiger is a sign of a good one, right?
Right.
그 백호를 좋은 징조로 생각하는 것처럼.
Actually, though, like the term black sheep, though, that people think it was because of the shepherds, but the real reason is it was the Americans. No, not Americans. The English version of the Bible was the problem.
그 영국 영어식 성경의 버전이 문제가 됐었다고 해요. So,
Okay, so the English Bible was translated from the German Bible, and there was some expressions about black sheep or something like that. I can't remember the exact sentences, but the English version, when they were making it, they misinterpreted
잘못 번역을 해가지고.
what they were saying, and they said black sheep was bad, kind of thing.
네, 검은 양은 나쁘다라는 식으로 번역을 잘못했대요.
And so even later on, like the Puritans that moved to America, they continued that and said black sheep is bad. And they actually use it in sentences to mean something bad. So that's how it really actually started, is what they say. But I haven't seen the Bible itself to check, so I can't tell you exactly.
Yeah.
But that's how they think it started.
그래서 번역이 잘못돼가지고 검은 양은 나쁜 거야 이런 식으로 계속 가르치다 보니까 이렇게 됐다고 하는데 actually a lot of teachers are using these words to the kids sometimes who do mischievous things, right?
Oh, okay.
네, 선생님들이 우리 반에 검은 양이 한 마리 있어. 그러면은 저희 반에 장난꾸러기가 있다는 말이에요. 그래가지고 얘가 자꾸 장난치고 그러면 그렇게 하기도 하고요. Actually, this song reminds me of song. Baba black sheep, you anymore.
One for the dame,
One for the master, and one for the boy
Okay,
down the
I
lane
had a
like that.
feeling you'd talk about that.
저 이 노래 좋아하거든요. And then, okay, this is the end. So anyway,
But these days, at least in America, we don't try to use this expression very much because, well, black meaning bad can be offensive to other people.
네, 그 블랙이 나쁘다는 뜻이요. 다른 사람들에게 약간 그 모욕감을 줄 수 있고 그런 공격적인 느낌을 줄 수 있어가지고 마음을 거슬리게 할 수 있어가지고요. 이 표현을 잘 쓰지 않는다고 해요.
Okay, like amongst friends, okay, but if you're with other ethnicities, maybe you might want to be careful saying this.
그러니까 친구들끼리는 뭐 아이들끼리는 괜찮을 수 있겠지만요. 다른 여러 그 인종이 섞인 사회에서는 다인종 사회에서는 이 표현은 조심하시는 게 좋을 것 같다고요.
Okay, so that is the end of that.
Yeah, finally.
All right, so we'll go to the sentences.
Yes.
Right? Oh, wait, video first.
So fitting in wasn't really an option. While they were learning the itsy bitsy spider, I learned how to dehydrate animate objects and rehydrate them at will. Some days it felt like it was just me and Minion against the world. No matter how hard I tried, I was always the odd man out, the last one picked, the screw-up, the black sheep.
Okay, so we are gonna read it twice.
Okay. Mr. Goody-Two-Shoes, on the other hand, had life handed to him on a silver platter.
반면에 범생이 씨는 수월하게 삶을 넘겨받게 되었어요.
Mr. Goody-Two-Shoes, on the other hand, had life handed to him on a silver platter.
범생이 씨는 반면에 수월하게 삶을 넘겨받게 되었죠.
He's such a goody-goody.
걔 정말 완전 범생이야.
He's such a goody-goody.
걔는 정말 완전 범생이야.
A knack for building objects of mayhem.
난장판을 만드는 재능 말이에요.
A knack for building objects of mayhem.
난장판을 만드는 재능이 있죠.
He already had amassed a gigantic army of soft-headed groupies.
그는 이미 맹목적인 광팬으로 구성된 어마무시한 오빠 부대를 거느리고 있었어요.
He already had amassed a gigantic army of soft-headed groupies.
그는 이미 맹목적인 광팬들로 구성된 어마무시한 오빠 부대를 거느리고 있었어요.
That's when I learned a very hard lesson.
그때 매우 혹독한 교훈을 얻게 되었죠.
That's when I learned a very hard lesson.
그때가 제가 바로 혹독한 교훈을 얻게 된 때였어요.
So fitting in wasn't really an option.
그래서 적응은 정말로 불가능했어요.
So fitting in wasn't really an option.
그래서 적응은 정말로 불가능했어요.
No matter how hard I tried, I was always the odd man out.
아무리 노력해도 저는 항상 특이한 존재였어요.
No matter how hard I tried, I was always the odd man out.
아무리 노력해도 저는 항상 외톨이였어요. 튀는 존재였어요.
Black sheep.
골칫거리양,
Black sheep.
말썽꾸러기양.
Okay, so that is the end.
Yes,
Yes?
yes, finally, yes.
So this is the end of week 1.
Yeah, so I think maybe we have to divide it into 2 files. This is too long.
Well, let's see how it works first.
네.
If you have other opinions, please add on the comments below.
다른 의견 있으시면은 댓글 좀 달아주시라고.
Okay,
네.
if you think it's too long, tell us, please.
네.
We'd like to know.
네, 너무 길다고 여겨지시면 좀 잘라주세요. 네, I want to cut it into 2 or 3, but okay, let's see.
Well, let's see how it works. 'cause-
저희 먼저 편집 좀 해보고 we're gonna edit this first and then figure it out.
Right, well, when you think about it, if it's 5 days and we did 10 minutes each, it's still shorter than that. So.
Yeah, right. Wow. Yeah, the average is 8 minutes.
Yeah,
Wow.
so it's not that
네,
bad.
네. 저희 원래 8분 평균 8분이니까 괜찮은 것 같다고. Okay, so this is the end of week 1.
That-
So,
Right. So we will see you all for week 2.
Okay. 네, 2주차로 만나 뵐게요. Okay, thank you everyone and subscribe. And
Oh, right. Okay. So if you like this video, please press the like button. If pressing the like button helps other people that are trying to study English on the YouTube algorithm. So if you press the like button, it helps others. So that's great.
네, 좋아요 눌러주시면 유튜브 알고리즘에 영어 공부하는 데 도움이 되니까 다른 사람들 찾는데 네, 해달라고.
Also, if you subscribe, then you can always find out when our new videos come out
네,
too.
구독하시면 언제 나오는지 알 수 있다고요. Although it's once or twice a week, but
Right.
anyway.
Okay, so we will finish here.
Yes.
All right, then see you all next week. See ya.
Bye bye everyone.